With that, I never look back and I say yes to that calling until now.
Come and see. Jesus is always inviting you. He's always searching for you. He's always calling you to Him. And all He wants is just for you to say yes.
Well, I counter my Catholic faith. I'm born a Catholic. I was brought up in a Catholic family.
I was baptized at a very young age, and I was brought up in church.
Well, the thing that inspired me to carry on my Catholic faith is that I was a traveling auto boy, and from auto boy, I become a warden. And from a warden, I was moved to a funeral ministry, and from there, I still become a warden. And it was not until when our cardinal now, who is at the time is a Monsignor, he asked me to become a Eucharistic minister. At first calling, when he asked me, I tell him that I'm not ready. And the second calling, he asked me, and I answered the same thing. And 2 weeks after that, he called me to his office again. Instead of asking me, he tell me whether I'm going to say what Saint Peter was saying and deny Jesus for the third time. With that, I never look back and I say yes to that calling until now.
In the past few years, I have served in the church as a reader, but it was more of just me wanting to be on stage. I did not have that spiritual maturity to serve as I should serve. And I was a very antisocial person. I didn't like to talk to people. So when my catechist talked to me a year after my confirmation, and she asked me if I wanted to be a facilitator for the next batch confirmation, I was hesitant. I was not sure if I would be able to do what was required as a facilitator, but I said yes. And during the confirmation, during the retreats as a facilitator, I learned that I didn't need to try very hard. I shouldn't be trying very hard to look good or trying very hard to say what sounds amazing. It's how you feel during that moment, and just being with them, just being with the confirmandees, experiencing something that I've gone through. It was a life-changing experience for me.
Oh yes, with that calling as a EM, what you call it, the Eucharistic minister, it really changed my life. Our Monsignor at that time did say to me, John, don't take a leisure where have somebody have to suffer. Which is a very strong word to me, and it changed my life. The way how I see that word is that if I am on duty that day as a EM, I have to make sure that I turn up. But I must make sure that I'm not taking the chances to take a leisure where have my other EM had to suffer, to carry on the burden, the life in the church.
I would say that me saying yes to being a facilitator changed the way I thought of my life, changed the way I reacted to things most of the time. It's still an ongoing process, it's still an ongoing struggle to do what I know is right. But looking back at it, the happiest moments were when I was serving. It was, if I were to look at that 1 week, my happy moments wouldn't have been the times where I thought I was happy. I was at home, maybe on social media, or just relaxing. I wouldn't think of those times fondly. I would say it was the times where, as a facilitator, you serve others on 5 hours of sleep. It's those times that when you think back, it'll always make you happy. It'll always make you feel like you have done something that you were called to do. I was called to serve. I was called to bring joy to others. And it's something that I'm still trying to do. But it was very important for me to realize that. And being a facilitator, saying yes to that first call was what started that journey for me.
Well, this question, as a Catholic, is not a matter of us to pull people to join us. It's the way how we behave and how we react toward people. Only then people see you as a follower of Christ. Then they will see that you are somebody. And people will say, if John Malang can do it, we also can do it.
In my opinion, I would say it's impossible for you to get the full experience by just hearing someone share their experience or seeing it on the internet, reading books. It gives you a glimpse. You know, it's like someone trying to explain to you how good ice cream tastes like when you've never tried it. They can tell you it's cold, it's sweet, but you can't tell. You don't have the full effect. You don't enjoy it to the fullest unless you've experienced it yourself. And I would say that's exactly the same with love of God. Everybody feels it differently, but you'll know when you feel it. And it's something I wouldn't recommend missing. All I can say is come and see. Jesus is always inviting you. He's always searching for you. He's always calling you to Him. And all He wants is just for you to say yes. Because as a personal testimony, I've never once regretted saying yes to serving. Serving the church, serving God. It's never been a waste to spend time with God and to spend time doing God's will.
A few words to encourage people to come back to the church, especially those who have been baptized. Because some of these Catholics are a 3-time Catholic in their life. As I said just now, it's a faith. It is your own faith. It is between you and God. You see, faith is not something what you see and then you believe. It is belief, only then you can see. Meaning to say in miracle, you want miracle first and then you believe. But it is you should believe, only then you can see the miracle.
It's something I've come to realize. When you look up at the night sky, at first you don't see anything. But after you notice the first star, then you start to notice the other stars. I would say that's the same for faith. If you see through the eyes of faith, you see a miracle and then you just start seeing more and more miracles. It's always been there in your life. You just never seen it. And for me, that's how I start to notice one thing, and then now it seems like the whole day has been a miracle. So I'm inviting you, come and see. Look up at the night sky. It'll take some time for your eyes to adjust. Notice one star. The rest will come. So come and see.
Come and see.